Hey, it's Zadie and you're watching Flytte Kartina. This video is going to be dedicated to the 10 best movies of 2018. Now, this isn't going to be like the best in terms of like technicalities or anything like that. Like, the technically perfect movie of 2018 is not going to be number one. It's just actually going to be the movies that struck me on a different level than others. Originally, I had a list of 18 best movies of 2018 because, you know, 18 anyways. But thanks to you guys voting on Twitter and Instagram, I was able to narrow it down to only 10. So as we wrap up 2018 and spring into 2019, I am going to make a few changes to my channel. Remember that intro that I promised you guys a while ago that didn't actually happen? And yeah, I'm in the process of making that now. So in 2019, I will probably have an intro for you guys. Also, big announcement for 2019 that I promised you guys I would say in this video, the last video of 2018. What I'm going to tell you after I give my reviews and everything about the movie is whether I would buy it on DVD or Blu-ray, or I would see it in the theaters, or I would just rent it. So I will be doing the frequency chart and then the magical scale of movies, and then I will tell you whether I would rent the movie, buy the movie, or just go see it in theaters. That's gonna be my new thing for this next coming year, and I hope that goes well. If you don't like the idea, or if you do like the idea, let me know in the comments down below so that I can be sure that you guys are seeing what you want to see. So yeah. But without further ado, I'm gonna get started on the top 10 best movies of 2018. Number 10. Number 10 is the I just barely made it onto the list sort of thing, but it's not actually true. There was a lot of movies in 2018 that happened that I thought were really good, but this is number 10, and that number 10 is A Star is Born. It's a really well done movie. I really felt emotionally attached to the movie, which is very hard for me to do sometimes. I cared about these characters, and it was a very real representation of what happens in the celebrity world, behind the scenes, and on camera. Number 9. I chose number 9 to be Ready Player One. The whole thing is in VR, like that's a concept that we haven't explored yet, and they explored this topic and really executed it very, very efficiently, and it was a well done movie. Number 8. For 8 on this list, I chose a more feel-good movie because this actually made it onto the list because I felt genuinely happy after this movie. Christopher Robin made it to 8 because it was just like a fun movie and I could get away from everything. Like, it wasn't about politics or about growing up or some like crazy adult topic that was interwoven with the kids movie. It had a children's movie sort of mindset and goal while also simultaneously being for a target audience of adults. Number 7. I chose number 7 to be A Quiet Place because it was a great idea and it was like really well done. Again, I was emotionally attached to the characters. It takes a really good concept and movie idea to get an entire audience to stay absolutely quiet and be afraid to breathe for the entirety of the movie. Number 6. I chose number 6 to be Infinity War, and we're now going up into the world of superheroes. Infinity War has done something that no other movie franchise has done before, and I don't think any other movie franchise can do this at this point in time with what they've gotten set up. With Infinity War, you took all of these major characters from all of their different universes, brought them together against one villain, and basically the entire 10 years of Marvel cinematic features that were released were building up to this point. It wasn't the best Marvel movie that I've ever seen, but it's really hard to get all of these people together and do this, and like story-wise it's super hard, so I appreciate that. Number 5. Now we've made it to the top 5 movies of 2018. I chose number 5 to be Searching. My reasoning is the same as Quiet Place. It had a great idea and it was executed beautifully. This found footage idea is super cool, except it's done badly in a lot of instances. I think if you pull off this idea really well, like Searching does, then it makes a great movie, even if the box office wasn't nice to it. Number 4. I chose number 4 to be Crazy Rich Asians. The reason behind this is because Asian representation is finally like in your face in a feature film. Crazy Rich Asians redefined Asian roles in feature films, so that's why it's up there on the list. Number 3! Number 3 is Black Panther. You have seen my trailer reactions where I'm like going nuts over these super cool trailers. It was just all around a really good film. It had really good acting, it had very good cultural awareness, and then like political stuff, and then like it also ties into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's also a really good standalone film. Again, overall this film is great and fantastic. Number 2. Alright, number 2 is Mission Impossible Fallout. I think this is probably the action movie with like all uppercase letters and in bold and italicized. It's like when you're a kid and you're watching a movie and you're like, I want to be that guy, but this is for like that kind of movie for adults. You're looking at Tom Cruise and you're like, I would love to do stuff like that. Number 1. And finally, we have my favorite movie of 2018, and it's actually more recent just because it was like all of the stops were pulled and it was just amazing and so great, and it was like very entertaining but also like had good structure to it. It had a good base and a nice finish, and it like really, amidst all of the things that happened in 2018, it was probably one of the most well done movies, I think. And that leaves number 1 to be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I don't think this movie could have been pulled off as well as it did if it wasn't animated. There are so many things about this film that are fantastic, and I can't talk about them all. I don't think I can do it. I didn't do it in my movie review of it, and I can't do it here now. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 10 best movies of 2018 in my viewing. And again, these are just movies that stood out to me apart from every other movie that was released this year. If you're actually curious about any of these movies, go and watch my reviews. I have reviews on all of these movies on the list that you can go into my channel and look for. But Sum It Up Love, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great New Year's Eve with your families and friends and loved ones and people. I will see you on the other side of the screen. Bye!